What's up team? Welcome back to part 2 of the head gasket swap on the M50 turbo E36, and this is the episode where we get everything back together and it runs perfectly and we have no issues at all. I hope. For real though, it's ready pretty much to all go back together. Off camera I've already timed the van off, so the engine should be timed, I think. But also there's every chance that I've mucked that up. But I'm pretty sure now that I've done that a million times previously with all these engines that I've got that right, hopefully, maybe, but we'll find out when we turn it over and start it. I did turn it over before. Sounds like the engine has compression, and it sounds like it hopefully is timed okay, so that's cool. So one of the things that we had last episode was that snapped engine arm, which was a surprise to us, but luckily Elijah down at Springy Performance has fixed it for us. Look at that. So as you can see, that literally should be stronger than it was before. So I'm gonna go ahead and slip that back in so I can have the engine back into the correct position that it should be. And then we're gonna go ahead and literally just throw this whole thing back together. So valve cover on, turbo on, inlet manifold on, downpipe, all that stuff. And fingers frickin' crossed that this thing's all good once it's done. But all right, let's do this. Arm in first. Before we do that though, I'd love to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video. That's me. Guys, vlogging is super expensive, takes a lot of time, a lot of money. Obviously, this place ain't cheap, so if you could do me a massive favor, hit that subscribe button. 80% of you guys that watch these videos aren't subscribed, so it'll be super sick if you guys could hit that sub button. Hit that like button if you feel like as well, if you feel just like being like a super rad cool person. Anyway, enough of the shop talk. Let's get back to work. You! And through the magic of YouTube, the arm's all bolted up. Sorry, it was super awkward, so I didn't film it. So now we're just gonna lower it down. Hopefully the engine doesn't need any shuffling. Come on buddy, go on your home. Go on your home, go on your home, go on your home, go on your home. That's what's up. Yes! Oh my god. I forgot how much of a lean these freaking engines sit on. Because I'm so used to seeing it up. It's been up for the last 2 days. That's random. Ah, sick though. Perfect. So I'll chuck a bolt on there, do that up before I forget, and we'll move on to the next job. Boom, intake manifolds on, injectors are in. Now what I'm going to do, put the valve cover on, seal it all up, and then from there I'm actually going to try and start it. So I'll put all the coil packs in, proper spark plugs in, start it up, and just make sure that I've got the timing right before I go ahead and put the whole rest of this back together, because the timing is obviously key. Once I know that, then I can hit the home stretch and start putting everything else on. Magical. So, valve cover's on, all the coil packs are in, and I realised I couldn't start it if I didn't have the turbo on, because the oil lines would just be hanging there and spill oil everywhere. So I put the turbo back on as well. This is a new turbo though, or like the new old turbo. So it's the PT2 25G, so it's a bit bigger. Obviously the wastegate back on as well. Just bolts up with V-band flanges, super easy. So now's the moment of truth to see if this thing is actually going to run and if I timed it properly. So please cross your fingers for me. So and this is literally the first start as well. No off-camera stuff for us. Can't hear any leaks in the fuel system, so that's a start. Woo! Damn, hell yeah! Whoo! Alright, so we nailed it first try, and it sounds really good. Sounds real snappy, lots of compression. The head is obviously good, which is fantastic. Now the moment of truth, or the real test is, chuck some water in it and run it up to temperature. Now the oil that's currently in it is the blown head gasket oil, so it's milky as hell. So what I've done is, I've gone ahead and I bought some crappy oil, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to run this through along with an engine flush to get all the crap out of the engine, then drain that, then put good oil in along with a brand new oil filter. So just doing it all properly, making sure that we cover all of our bases. Check out this place. Gets messy as hell when you're doing stuff like this, but super rewarding when you start the car and you hear it actually it actually runs. So that's very cool. Yeah, so it kind of worked out pretty well, because if we hadn't swapped the head gasket over, I may have not seen the cracked engine mount, and that would have been definitely causing some drivability issues the last drift day that we were out. So God knows when that happened. So the engine was sitting way more on a slant than what it should be as well. So I'm just G'd up that the thing runs again. I'm stoked. So go ahead, drain this oil, new oil in, water in, and we'll run it up to temperature. Mad. Check this out. Milkshake. Nom nom nom. Hell yeah. Once all the head gasket's done as well, still got some other stuff to do, because I bent a tie rod last time, E90 tie rod, so this is just a spare that we threw in real quickly. As you can see, it's a stock one that I extended probably 3 or 4 years ago, but it's just what I had in my spares, and it did work, but we just didn't get the alignment settings right. So, but yeah, a couple of things to do. First things first, obviously making sure the car runs. Mint though, in goes the finest oil a man can buy. Yeah, okay. In goes our engine flush, run it for 15 minutes, should get all the crap out of the engine, then we drain it again. You! She's full of water. You! Time to run it up, 15 minutes, let's go! Alright, put the exhaust on as well, so it's nice and quiet. Hell yeah! Minutes has passed and I'm draining that oil, and it still looks like sludge. It's real runny because it's got the additive in it, obviously, so I'm sure there's lots of crap coming out of there, which is rad because we do not want that in our engine. Yeah, crazy. And then when I let the car sit for today, I'm actually going to put another just random bunch of oil that I have in the car, just so, pretty much as a precautionary, just let it sit, and also so I don't come into the factory and randomly accidentally start it before we put the nice new oil into it, because that would be catastrophic, because then we'd run a bearing. So we'll do that while we're away. In the next video, I'll chuck the brand new oil and it should be rad. And that is where we're going to leave that video, guys. The sitting oil is currently sitting in the car. I don't even know if that's a real term, sitting oil. But the oil that I'm going to leave sitting in the engine is now in the car. The car freaking runs. That was literally a 2-day mission, and I've been doing work in between as well, so that's pretty sick. Very happy with it. It seems to have significantly less blow-by as well with the new head, so I don't really understand why. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. Is it valve stem seals perhaps? Sounds healthy. Yeah, can't wait to actually run it up properly, because we've got the new bigger turbo. I will have to take it back to Dr. Drift to get him to run it up on the dyno, make sure everything's all good. Also, like I said last time, the Vanos should work now, so that's going to be fun. Because we've got the bigger turbo, hopefully the Vanos brings on Spoolie Boy, or helps with the lower end torque a bit quicker. So we'll see how that goes, but just pumped that the engine's back to good, basically. There's no compression coming through the water anymore. We don't have a cracked head anymore, and this car's going to be good to go next weekend at Battle Royale round 1 of the Keep It Reach series. If you are in Melbourne, make sure you purchase tickets for that, because that is going to be a crazy event, man, and I'm getting this car super ready for it. I'm pumped. It's an FD layout, so I get a bit of redemption for last time, which is cool. So next video, we're going to finish prepping the car. We're also going to put this big wang on the back, which I'm real pumped about. We're going to paint it, put end plates on it and stuff, and really get the car looking freaking sick. So super stoked on that. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. As always, hit that like and subscribe button if you feel like supporting the video and helping it push out. Follow me on Instagram at itsmikeleake for any behind the scenes random crap that you want to see, or just me dropping my lunch like I did yesterday. Other than that, guys, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!